Welcome to How to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Law theory. Vylon.
Chapter 1.
Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk about Vylon, the theory I have for Vylon, and what I feel Vylon has in the Yu-Gi-Oh landscape, obviously with the theory. So with that being said, let's get on with the rest of this video.
Chapter 2.
Now, let's me talk about Vylon. Vylon, I believe, in the Yu-Gi-Oh! In the Duel Monster world, is a series of aliens that have come from a distant planet with high technology that the residents of the Dueling Monster world do not have. And when you look at Vylons, you look at their, as you can see in front of you, the archetype, the picture of these cards. That's the vibe that I'm getting. So why does this theory of mine track? Is because what I want you to realize is that when it comes to Vylons, one very important factor, and also when it comes to the history of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh, the metal gold that's seen on warriors, that's seen on cards, tends to give monsters advanced effects. Whether it's the Black Luster soldier cards from back in the day that had gold, seem to have effects, all have effects that are related to banishment. Noblemen's of Crossout, a spell card with the gold in it, has a banishment in its effect. The Blackluster Soldier cards that have gold in them have banish effects. A lot of, and not just banish effects, but have a lot of like very strong effects. Tend to be cards that have a lot of gold in them. This suggests, in my theory, that Vylons, obviously with the element of gold, which the Dueling Monster world do not have, and advanced technologies, pass these technologies onto the Dueling Monster world as they discovered the Dueling Monster world from space. As their, I would call Vylon similar to something like the Borg that we see in Star Trek, something similar to that. This is an intelligent life form that has advanced technology and advanced living capabilities, and just are advanced in so many ways that they found the Dueling Monster world in in that series of space, and have just been seeing about like advancing, giving out these simple technologies they have, but obviously to the Dueling Monster world these are high level technologies, but for the Vylons it's basically garbage. As they say, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. And the more we look at Yu-Gi-Oh cards in Yu-Gi-Oh, and we see in the Dueling Monster world, we see monsters, we see spells, a lot of them. Look at a lot of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh that have banish effects, and you will notice that all these banish effects, they tend to have gold in them. The artwork will tend to have gold in those. The monsters will be wearing gold. There'll be some sort of gold layering in the artwork somewhere. This is a representation, I would say, of Vylons themselves, as the technology of banishing, I believe, comes from Vylons. Indeed, Vylons hold the technology of banishing in the Dueling Monster world. I'm gonna say that now. And I do believe that banishing is something that is unique to Vylons, and is something that is a technology that they've passed on into the Dueling Monster world, and hence other creatures and other monsters and items in the Dueling Monster world now have the ability to banish, as they've reverse engineered that. So that is my hot take, and obviously it comes from the special gold that Vylons give. And that is my real take, really, when it comes to Vylons. The law implications I have for what Vylons are they've given advanced technologies to the Dueling Monster world, banishing high high level abilities that monsters or spell cards have tend to have gold in them. A lot of positive or very strong effects tend to have gold in them, or metallic sort of things. So yeah, that's it really. Okay, and here we are at the conclusion. So what I want to say about Vylon is that Vylon, to me, in the lore theory that I have anyway, are, I would say, the equivalent of the Borg in the dueling monster world. This is a species or alien life form that I would say that has had advanced technologies traveling across the world and not necessarily trying to assimilate all life, but trying to gain as much information as possible and also improve their technology. As I feel like Vylon, the Dueling Monster world, are aliens which were servants of a high intelligent life and are just roaming or maybe could be just the servant caste of that life form and just basically gaining information to bring back to the home world so they can improve that their civilization from a higher class. And I think that's all I've got to say in this video. Tune in next time as I talk about more things on this channel. Hope to see you soon.
We come to the end of this video. So, as I like to say, you are one step closer to becoming a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master. My fate, right, is in your hands.